everybody. Welcome to This Day. Today is Friday and it is June 18th. We don't have any meetings to tell you about today, so we'll just jump to who's on our show. On our show today, we do have a third update from Reza Karimi. And then we also visit with Annmundo Noel of Amazing Hearing. She's great and has lots of great information for us, as always. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Well, we are starting to cool down a little bit from this heat wave, but we still do have some warm temperatures to look at. We are looking at today of around 87 degrees high with an overnight of 64, tomorrow 84, 65. Sunday, get a little warmer again, 86, 62, and then we start our nice cool temperatures on Monday with a 79, overnight 60, and then right back up again, or down a little bit more, 78, 65. Our sunrise, let's go ahead and go to our California weather. If you are traveling in California today, we are looking at local beaches 74, 63, Santa Barbara 70, 58, San Diego 75, 64, up in the Tahoe area 85, 48, so pretty warm up there. Same with Big Bear. Mammoth 75, 40. Now if you're going to Palm Springs, it is a whopping 115 with an overnight of 80. And then Las Vegas, slightly cooler than Palm Springs, 113 but an overnight of 85. So really not much reprieve in too much of the heat. Okay, let's take a look at our sunrise. That was at 5:41 this morning, and then sunset will be at 8:04. Thank you, Joel, for sending in this beautiful photo of the Central Coast. Appreciate that. If you have a destination photo that you would like to share with us, please email it to Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. All right, it is now time for our Friday fun facts. So take a look and we'll be right back after that.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
David's in jail? Where?
Here in San Antonio, ma'am. I'm David's lawyer and I'm trying to get him out of jail.
Well, what do you need me to do?
Why, $700, or better yet, send me a credit card number and I'll get him out of jail immediately.
When in doubt, hang up. Scammers will find family facts for an emotional effect.
Oh, can I talk to him?
I'm sorry, ma'am. He's in jail. If you want to get him out, you got to get me $700 immediately.
If at all in doubt, hang up. It could save you from financial ruin.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Reza Karimi, who is here on behalf of Third. Well, Reza, thank you for joining me today.
Good morning, and thank you for inviting me, and it's good to talk to you.
Well, you know, you guys have been so busy these last several months with all of the insurance and the changes, and, you know, it's been quite an undertaking. So I imagine, you know, this is a long process for you guys.
Well, you know, right now, as the board, the most pressing issue for us is this insurance issue. But that's part of the whole thing. The inflation is really upon us. We are coming out of COVID. Everything is opening up. There is a major shortage of the labor outside, and we're trying to open up. The cost of labor is going up. The cost of water is going up because of the drought. I heard about, some areas might go as high as 25, 30%. And
Wow.
that's really surprising. The cost of electricity going up, everything is going up. And the insurance right now is going to be a pretty big item for us because that one, previously, this whole community was valued, the property, as $750 million. And we had insurance between us, United, and GRF to cover that $750 million. But then we had that for many years, and nobody asked for evaluation of the property. And a year ago, they were asking for evaluation of the property. And our property valued at, as a whole, $306 billion, which, not surprised, the real estate value went up and it kept going up. According to our CCNR, we have to buy 100% replacement insurance for infrastructure, for the buildings, not for inside the unit, everything outside up to the drywalls.
Right.
To buy the $1.3 billion, that's going to cost really over $4 or $5 million a year.
Yeah.
And according to the CCNR, we have to do that. We cannot violate our governing document. Right now, we're asking people or members to vote to change that insurance, less insurance, so we can afford it.
Yeah.
One of the options is to buy two times of the probable maximum loss, which we have to evaluate for third, how much it is, and we buy that much. But we still can afford to go as high as 450 or 700 million dollar. But going to 1.3, 1.4 billion is going to be a killer. So if we don't vote yes, you have to buy $1.3 billion insurance. It's simple as that.
Right. So let's take a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The key is that we need vote, and we have some problem with that because 28% of our units in third is rental, and some of the owners live either somewhere in the state of California or somewhere in the United States or even outside United States. And we have to reach those people, and because the renter cannot vote, it has to be the owner. And it's assumed that we already have about 30% of the vote hanging out there that we have to gather. And within the community, the 67 has to be yes vote, not 67 voting, 67 yes vote. So we have a lot of challenges in front of us. That's why we have a grassroots effort right now by a lot of our community members, which I appreciate, and I really thank them for helping us, going door to door, giving the flyers, having the caravan going through, making noise and asking for votes, and parking cars in front of the gates, putting the sign up, because it's really extremely important. If we don't pass it, we're going to have at least $93. That's the maximum we are allowed to add every year to our assessment.
Right.
If we don't pass it. And that doesn't mean that next year we are not going to be doing that, because it's going to be year after year after year. I'm not saying that if we pass it, is not going to go up, the assessment not going to go up, but it's not going to go up as much.
Right.
$90, and then we can control it the following year.
Right.
That's our goal, and to participate and vote and help our community. We have to think about our pockets. You mentioned that most of us are on fixed income. I mean, 20% increase is a lot. The inflation rate is only 3%. If you're on Social Security, they only give you 3% increase every year, not 20. I wish they did.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, well, that would be the day.
Well, that would, yeah, and it is tough. And I've been listening to, all of you guys and your struggles, and you've been holding your town halls, which are great because you can answer any questions. So let's talk about numbers. You're looking at, well, dates actually. So June 28th is the final date that you can get the ballot in, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
The final date is 28, and we're going to count on 29. And the ballot, for any reason, like the community center, Becky Jackson, you can put up the number. I don't have it from top of my head.
Okay.
Please get your ballot. Please be proactive. Think with your pocket. That's what I keep saying. Think with your pocket. And, it's for you. It's for all of us. I'm a homeowner here, just like anybody else. And I'm trying to, as a board and everybody, trying to do what we can to help everybody, especially people that are really fixed income. And that means a lot to them.
Well, exactly. Well, thank you. Good luck to you. Hopefully you'll get your 67% yes, and good to go.
I hope you do. And thank you for the, opportunity to talk to our members. And I hope people will support this effort. And, please go vote. And yes, vote.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. You have a great day.
All right. And we'll be right back after this.
There are many treasures within the walls of Laguna Woods Village. The foundation of Laguna Woods Village is one of them. Nowhere in the nation has a community embraced a commitment to assist its own residents with temporary emergency support. Since 1997, the foundation makes that support available through donations by individuals, clubs, organizations, and bequests. Help the foundation to help the real treasures within the village, our friends and neighbors.
Condominiums at the Towers in Laguna Woods Village offer 7 spacious floor plans, unforgettable views, convenient bus transportation, and a new experience in independent, carefree senior living. Our beautiful hotel-style environment offers nightly 4-course dinner service, bi-weekly housekeeping, and a wide variety of activities. Also for your convenience, our 24-hour concierge, 24-hour maintenance services, and on-site management. Experience elevated living at its finest.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Annmundo Noel, who is our resident expert in hearing with Amazing Hearing. Well, Ann, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Lisa, for having me.
Now, we've talked many times before over the course of the last year and a half under our pandemic situation. But of course, it is now reopened, and we are heading into a situation where people are going to socialize again, not even 6-foot distancings, and thank goodness majority of people will not have to wear masks, which I'm sure is a grateful thing for most folks who have to wear a hearing aid.
For sure. They are going to be ecstatic because that mask was muffling sound and taking away visual cues, so it's going to be a great thing.
So one of the things that we've talked about before are folks who do have to have an adjustment, and many people have been pretty much staying at home and probably not using their hearing aids that much. So now that they're going to be wearing their hearing aids even more, what are some things they need to keep in mind?
Well, the first thing that we want to remind people is that they have been in a quiet atmosphere, and the world is noisy. So it's been quiet for a long time. And with that, the brain kind of loses its ability to filter that background noise. So the one thing that we want to remind people is to be patient, to give yourself a little bit of grace, because as you get into those noisier environments, your brain will learn to refilter. but it takes time. So it's kind of like if you haven't been working out and then you start going to the gym and you go, ooh, my muscles are a little sore, or I think I can do this, and then you can't. It's the same thing. The brain and the body just need time. So the biggest thing I want to remind people is that give yourself some grace and slowly work into it. But we are also adjusting hearing aids. So people who have not been in noise for a year, year and a half, you can either lower the volume, maybe 1 or 2 steps, or come back into the office and we'd be happy to readjust your hearing aids to maybe one of those lower levels when you were first getting used to wearing hearing aids. So it is a process.
Oh, okay. So it's good that at least they can have adjustments if needed. Now, you know, again, another subject matter is we've talked about people who just really do not want to wear hearing aids and put it off. But then once they put it off, they're like, oh, you know, why didn't I do this sooner? So what's some advice that you could give people who are kind of on the fence on doing that?
Sure. When it comes to hearing, our body and our brain are looking for normal input. So when we talk about normal, there's a range between 0 and 20 decibels that's normal. But when you fall below that range, you're starting to put stress on your body, and we start to have to compensate with like using visual cues, or when we put the mask on, those visual cues got taken away, and a lot of people thought, oh my gosh, I'm really struggling. Well, you don't realize that subconsciously your body is stressed and is working harder to try to get an input that everybody else has. So that's what we want to do, is take the stress off the body. So I tell people that having a hearing loss and not doing something about it is kind of like if you were going to run up a hill. You know, running up a hill is hard for everybody. Hearing and background noise is hard for everybody. But if I put on ankle weights and tried to run up the hill and keep up with you who didn't have ankle weights on, that would be harder. And that's kind of what people are doing with hearing loss, is they're trying to keep up with people who have a full spectrum of input, and they can't, because the brain says, I can only do so much. And then I have to try to play catch up, and I can't catch up if you don't give me enough information. So that's why they can kind of get by in quiet, but they don't get by in noise. And so we want to encourage people to give yourself as much input as possible. Don't stress yourself out.
Right, right. And another thing that we've talked about before is stigma. You know, people don't want to wear hearing aids. And one thing that you had mentioned to me before is that you think that hearing is about 15 years behind glasses and eyes, that people will wear glasses now because it's cool. And, you know, there's a lot of really great selections. Same with hearing aids. Now that technology has changed so much, you know, there's a lot to choose from. So don't you think that that's still the case?
That is the case, and I appreciate you bringing that back up, because as soon as glasses were no longer needed, meaning we got contact lenses, right? Then it was a choice whether or not you wanted people to see you with a frame or not, and that's when they kind of became fun, right? They were called Coke bottle and 4 eyes, and people didn't want them. Then when we got the contact lenses, boom, people started wearing them socially just to look good. Well, the same thing is happening with hearing. Hearing aids are becoming so discreet that people don't even notice that you have them on. And now that we have AirPods and the young kids are wearing all these things in their ears, the stigma of having something on your ear is not there anymore. And so that's encouraging a lot of people who maybe didn't want to get into it because of the social stigma. Now, I will say a hearing aid is much less conspicuous than a hearing loss, right? If you can hear, people don't look in your ears. It's when you can't hear that they're like, what the heck? Is she not hearing me? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
So
they repeatedly say what, or I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, you know, that, and then that person has to repeat themselves, which can be, you know, quite annoying actually.
Well, it can be annoying for 2 reasons. One is because if you repeat verbatim what you just said, they're probably going to miss that same word that they missed the first time, right? So I tell people, if you're going to repeat something, change the messaging. So if I said to you, I'm going to go to the store, and you said, what? Instead of saying the same thing, say, I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to go to the market, I'm going to go buy the groceries, or something to give them some more information about that word. But to repeat it verbatim, is frustrating because it's probably the same word. But then I tell the person who has the hearing loss, it's not fair to you to say what, because that makes the person speaking have to stop and then think, okay, what part of that message didn't you get, right? Did you not get one word? Did you not get the whole thing? So the person with the hearing loss, their role in it is to tell you, the speaker, what did you miss? So I could say to you, Lisa, where did you say you were going? Or did you say you were going to go to the door? No, I said I was going to the store. I'm going shopping. I'm going to go get the groceries. Okay. And that can kind of facilitate communication much better, because the ha and what's and gets very frustrating.
It certainly does. It does. Now, you have an event that's coming up, which I think is awesome. It's a digital technology event. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so we're going to have a specialist who deals with digital technology, which means he's an audiologist who really comes in and explains to patients about hearing aids, the same thing that we do, but it's going to be an extra hand in the office, if you will, or two sets of ears. But he is going to come in, and we are going to feature the Oticon More hearing aid, which has deep neural networking, which is a form of artificial intelligence. And basically what that does is it just helps separate the speech, which is really spiky, from the background noise, which is steady state, to give the brain the cleanest, clearest signal to process. So It's getting really exciting because the technology is getting so good at figuring out what we want to hear.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know it's June 29th through July 1st. And is it going to be all day, every day, or how is that working?
It's going to be all day, all 3 days, but you do have to schedule an appointment. So it's by appointment only, but we'll have lots of opportunities, but get in early. We have special incentives, and we have some special gifts for this to kind of kick off the summer, kick off people getting back into technology. There's many levels of pricing. We have pricing that goes as low as big box stores. There's so much to offer now. You can get so much out of a hearing aid, but you got to step in.
Perfect. Thank you again. It was nice to see you.
Thank you, Lisa. I look forward to talking to you again.
All right. And we'll be right back after this.
It's time to get more out of your hearing. Whether you're considering hearing aids for the first time or you've been wearing them for years, it's time for more. Oticon's More hearing aid with deep neural networking is a game changer. Join audiologist Annmundo Noel and Dr. Laura Hunt at Amazing Hearing, located in the Trader Joe's Center. We have special offers and incentives through the end of the month. Call today to schedule your free consultation. It's time for more.
At South County Lexus, we really are different. We're California's exclusive Lexus Plus dealer. Lexus Plus is a new way of doing business. At a Lexus Plus dealer, you can expect an upfront, negotiation-free, hassle-free price right on the vehicle. The same price you'll find on our website, all the way through the transaction. At South County Lexus, we feel this is the way of the future, and this is the way the customer prefers to do business. South County Lexus, your exclusive Lexus Plus dealer. Different, just like you.
Our Friday movie for you is called A Wrinkle in Time. So a very fun movie, actually starring Oprah Winfrey. And it is about Meg Murray and her little brother, Charles Wallace, who have been without their scientist father, Mr. Murray, for 5 years, ever since he discovered a new planet and used the concept known as a tesseract to travel there. So some fun stuff for you. You can see that today at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that is brought to you by Hogue. And just a reminder that tomorrow, June 19th, is when you're going to have the bulky item pickup. So you do need to contact Resident Services at 949-597-4600 and let them know that you have something for pickup. And then to let you know that July 4th, the golf cart parade is coming up, and you only have until July 1st to register, so make sure you do that. And it's going to happen at Clubhouse 1 at 9 a.m. follows Avenida Sevilla and Calle Aragon. And as I mentioned, you can register an ActiveNet, and it's an online reservation system, and participation closes on July 1st. All right, let's take a look at our weather one last time. We are cooling down slightly. We don't have nearly as hot temperatures as we did earlier in the week, so that's a good thing. But it is still going to be gorgeous and very nice this weekend. We are looking at warm skies today, 87-64 tomorrow, a little cooler, 84-65. Then Sunday, 86-62, Monday, 79-60, and Tuesday, 78-65. If you are traveling in the state of California, we've got your temperatures covered from the coast all the way up to the mountains, 74-63 local beaches, Santa Barbara, 70-58, San Diego, 75-64, Tahoe, a warm 85-48, Big Bear, same thing, 85-50, Mammoth, 75-40, Palm Springs, 115, and Las Vegas, 113. So very hot out there in the desert. Have a great day in the village. Enjoy your weekend. We will be back here again tomorrow at 9 a.m., so join us then, or rewatch our programs at 12:30 and 5, or on our YouTube channel, Village Television. Have a great Friday. Bye-bye.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
At Freedom Village, we want you to create a life worth believing in.
Staffing is fantastic. Whenever you need help, they're there to help you.
I met so many people. I have so many friends now compared to when I was, living by myself. I didn't have hardly any friends.
I have to say it was one of the best decisions of my life. It's like living in a resort. It's just the nicest way to live.
City of Hope is speeding cancer research and treatment to Orange County.
There are many subtypes of breast cancer within the category of breast cancer, and we are seeing new breakthroughs in the way that we apply targeted therapies. And seeing a medical oncologist with a disease-specific specialty ensures that that oncologist has the knowledge base to appropriately apply these new therapies and decide what's the best clinical trial for a patient to be enrolled in.
During the pandemic, thousands turned to AgeWell for help. Since March of last year, AgeWell has provided Orange County seniors with more than 40,000 grab-and-go lunches, 500,000 home-delivered meals, as well as transportation and case management services. We were there for you then, and we're here for you now. Stay strong. Stay well. Age well. Learn more about our services or how to get involved today at myagewell.org.
At Laguna Woods Dental Care, our goal is to serve and provide dental services to the residents of Laguna Woods. Dr. Mohsen Mahmood is currently specializing in senior dental care at USC School of Dentistry. Here at Laguna Woods Dental Care, we are up to date with the latest technology. Our top priority is your overall wellness, ensuring your current medications do not affect your oral health. We offer an affordable membership plan that includes cleanings and deep cleanings if recommended. We're located outside Gate 3. Call us today.